What up, everyone? I hope everyone is enjoying their Mother's Day Sunday. Today, I'm here to introduce you to a design that I made up just a few days ago, man. It's called Pimp Nature's Gorilla Glue Cherry Pie Marijuana Strand Poster. You can see that this is a picture of a gorilla presenting to you a delicious cherry pie mix with Gorilla Glue. Personification of a design that of a strand of weed called the Gorilla Glue and a strand of weed called cherry pie that's been mixed together sometimes to make a tasty treat, as you may say, for those who like to partake in marijuana and marijuana influenced designs and flavors. I think it's nice, man. It's a nice little drawing that I did, man, just to put together some stuff on this Mother's Day afternoon, man. Just to come together to show you some of the design work I did. Art is my thing, so if I'm not making art, sometimes I feel as though I'm wasting a lot of time, a lot of energy, man. But, I don't want everybody to feel that way. That's just me. I don't want them cats, man. I like to be productive. I like to do the things, man, that I feel, man, set me up to do bigger and better things, make the platform better. Shout out to all those who subscribe, share, like, and been paying attention to the Go Hard Nation. This is a podcast, man, that I'm hoping we can build bigger and better things with. I talk a lot about a lot of things, man, but we're really here, man, to showcase the art, the designs. A lot of this stuff was done on Photoshop. I know a lot of people are working with different things and everything, but I'm a Photoshop enthusiast. Plus, I've that's where I started on, man. I tend to be one of them guys, man, that once I work with one thing, I like to stick with it. I like to do things in that vein, man, so that I can get everything accomplished. I've been drawing a few things right about now, trying to get certain things popping on the platform that I hope can make for better content. You see, I'm trying to work on my cadence when I talk. I design shirts and everything like that. I want you to see everything. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see it? Yeah, it's there. That's Go Hard Nation. That's Go Hard. I've been doing that for a while, man. I was doing that in 2001, man. Me and shout out to my deceased friend. His name was Breon Etheridge, but we used to call him Bucky, the Buckaroo. He was a wild cat, man. He was always, when we was in our street days, man. He was a very influential, flamboyant young man. I used to joke him a lot, man, because I used to tell him, man, you the only cat, man, that'll wear a fur coat on a Wednesday with nothing to do, just walking around. So, jeweled out, fly as hell, man. We was all on that kind of thing back in the days, man. Cartiers on a Wednesday and Tuesdays. We used to joke about that, man. But that was him, man. He wasn't faking for no one. That was how he was. That's how we all were at that time. We was all on some old, flamboyant stuff, man. You look back now, sometimes you like, man, that was a lot. But, it is what it is, man. You had to be you. So shout out to the Buckaroo today. But yeah, we had started back in the days. We had the collabo to start this the Go Hard Gear. It's a clothing line, man. We had our shine in the Norfolk, Chesapeake, Virginia Beach area, 7 cities. We did our thing, man. We threw parties together. Shout out to my other deceased best friend, Mike McLaurin. We used to call him Dirty Mike. On the basketball court, we used to call him Fiverson, because he may miss his first 5 shots, but he gonna shoot until he made it. So, He used to call him Fiverson, man. His favorite basketball player was Allen Iverson. So mine too at that time. So, shout out to AI from the area. All of us collaborated together. Shout out to my man, the Biggity B.I. We all collaborate together to promote parties and clothing lines and to do a lot of stuff that 757 is going to remember. We was the first, all these cookouts that everybody out here doing, they used to do for Buckfest was the first that I can remember that we used to do the picnic in the park, man. Everybody come out, man, have a good time, laugh, giggle, play sports, softball, volleyball, fashion shows. We was all into that, man. We had a good time doing those things, man. Everything was love, man. That was a time when, us being together was important. Friendships and sticking together and crews being, one, working together and trying to accomplish stuff, man. But it seemed like after the COVID, that all of that diminished. I don't see many people throwing parties anymore, man. You don't really see. They're starting to come back a little bit. But those picnic in the parks and the things that we used to do, man, it seems like sometimes, man, it might be a little too dangerous to do those things right about now. It's I'm trying to say danger through, the violence. And then we had plenty of violence going on when we was doing our thing, man, but it was controlled. It was understood that you do not mix certain people together. So we wouldn't do that. We would try to keep it breezy where everybody can just come together and have a good time, man. Now everything's off the hook, man. You don't know what might come through, man. That gang culture is real now. So, you got to be careful with that. You got to understand, man, that people believe in certain things and you got to either understand it or stay away from it. You got to understand that women, they beef too now. So you got to understand if they got problems, man, you're going to have to stay away from that situation. You got to make sure that all that stuff is clear. And if you got to go through all that, why do it? Club scene really shut down because we used to have mean club scenes, man. Man, tell them back in the days, man, we used to have Shadows and Donzies and, clubs like that, man, where we used to get together, man. And I'm telling you, man, we used to have all ball. Popping bottles and, things like that, man. They had VIP sections, man, but the clubs were so live and things were so wide open back in the days. We didn't even realize we was in the VIP sometimes, man. Sometimes your VIP will spill out into the middle of the dance floor and everybody's part of the VIP all of a sudden. Now it's, it's a clear line between the VIP section and the club section, So I can understand, I can respect that, man, because they're charging a lot of money for these sections sometimes, man. Shoot, I've heard that, it's just $700 just to have a certain spot in that club now. You haven't bought a bottle yet. You haven't bought no liquor. So, and that may be on the cheap end. But I understand how it is, man. They out here trying to make that money, man. But it's just not the same anymore, man. It just ain't the old Donzies days we used to have, the old Shadows days, the Broadway, when we used to all get together, man, and, man, have a good time, man. But like you say, it's so dangerous out here these days, man. You got that, plus you got COVID, people were getting sick, man. So, that put a damper on all that good times we used to have, man. But it is what it is, You can't go back. You're going to have to only push forward. These things these days, man, you got to understand that everything's about money. Everything is about, understanding and enjoying your friendships with people and stuff. Best friends tend to stab each other in the back these days, and they got certain issues with other people. And I'm just going on a rant, man. This is like I said, I'm showing you the artwork. I want you to see that But I'm just talking. It's a Sunday, man. We don't have nothing to do. I did everything I had to take care of. Been drawing all week. So now I just want to come out, say hi to the people, get the Go Hard podcast, the Go Hard Nation podcast popping out, man. Because this is something that I want to be a part of this area, 757 area. Not to mention DMV, not to mention the world, but we start here because this is where I grew up. Like I said, I'm from Hartford, Connecticut, man, and I spent a lot of my time in the DMV, Prince George County. Shout out to Seat Pleasant and, and Marlboro Heights and all that stuff, man, and Palmer Park. My grandmother, my mother and my grandmother, they lived in this Mother's Day, so I'm going to give them a little shout out. My grandmother yesterday was 100 years old. That's a feat. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna send out my congratulations to her. I couldn't make it because I was in the area, haven't been feeling too well, and plus I have issues in this area, situations that need to be taken care of in Norfolk. But this was a lady, man. This is a strong, resilient lady, man. She grew up in Washington, D.C., in the southeast section of Washington, D.C. Anybody know anything about Washington, D.C.? No. D.C. ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? You come up there, man, you had to go through a lot. You had to see a lot. She lived over there by Anacostia Park. Anybody knows that area knows how we get down, how I used to get down over that area in the southeast area, Massachusetts Avenue and whatnot. We would have a good time, man. But that was a dope area, number one in the area. I believe on the East Coast sometimes, man. Them cats used to get down over there, man. So, but it was still fun, man. I spent a lot of time up there. But for me being in sports and athletics, man, the 757 was my area. I came to live down here, man. All I had was sports and athletics. My art was not appreciated at the time. I was drawing more like superheroes fighting all the time and monsters and robots and stuff like that. So, people were looking at that like, man, that's cool, man. But where you gonna go with that? Like I said before, man, a black male artist, he's not always appreciated, man, until he's drawing things that women like, girls and raps and so. And that was never me, man. I was always a guy that I either drew robots, monsters, or athletic figures like Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. I was a painter, man. So when I painted, I like athletic art. And there's a vein for that too. I should have went back to DC with that, man, because I did a art show in DC one time, man, and I didn't sell a lot of stuff, man, but the stuff I did sell was sports athletic pictures. I drew a picture of AI and That Soul, and I had a picture of Pernell Whitaker from the South, from 757, and Muhammad Ali, and all those prints and designs did good. So that area is still big on athletics and art and stuff like that. So that's something I'm definitely gonna get into, man. I got a few paintings and stuff that I want to bring forth. That was athletically inclined. Stuff that I did because I was always in the athletics and football and basketball and baseball and stuff like that. Wrestling was my thing. So I will always, I should start doing more art, and I do got plenty of art like that. I'm just showing you some of the stuff I do on Photoshop and some of the new stuff that I've been getting into as far as the pictures and designs I've been doing. And this Gorilla Glue design I just did, I felt as though, man, let me get it out, man. Show the world what's going on with me and what I do. Of course, this is a part of the Go Hard Nation podcast and introducing my art. So I hope you enjoy it, man. Like you said, I do these in posters and pictures, and it'll be on a T-shirt See how that blue is to be on a blue t-shirt like that. So, and blue hoodies. So if you want to, get one of those one day, just hit me up on the Go Hard Nation podcast. You can put something in the, when I'm on YouTube, you can put something in the section at the bottom. Once you like, share, subscribe to me, you can see that if you put something in the comment, I can definitely get something out there to you, man. Or if you come to my Instagram or my Facebook page, just get in touch with me. Maybe you could DM me, or maybe you could just leave something on the front saying that you like a certain design, and I'll be sure to get that out to you, man. Whether it be a shirt or a poster or hoodie, anything, man. It's getting warm out there, but there's always sections in the world area, man. Maybe at night, man, you might want a hoodie or sweatshirt to go on with it. So we do that too. So just check it out and everything. Like I say, I hope everybody's enjoying this Sunday, man. This is a day of rest for a lot of people. I grew up Jewish, so yesterday was my Sabbath, but today could be other people's Sabbath. I mean, I don't know how y'all can pull that off, because in the Bible it says the seventh day we rest. But if you made it Sunday, then rest up, enjoy your day. Make sure you bond with your mothers. This has always been a time, man. When I woke up this morning, I felt good. Of course, my health is whatever, but a lot of black men, I know what we're going through, man. We got this. We wanna pay homage to the women in our families and in our lives, and we wanna show that we care for them, and we want them to know how we appreciate the stuff they done for us, man. But then, for those who don't have their mothers, or for those who that don't know how to come off, man, you feel a guilt. Man, I could be doing more. I can be doing that, but then you think about all the time, man. I do everything for women. I do a lot of my day and time and effort and finances go to, appeasing women and the children in my family and stuff. So, sometimes you say to yourself, man, I want to show y'all everything, man, but then I can't give you everything sometimes. I was listening to a lot of people, and they're going too far on one end, and then they go too far on the other end. To one end, they like, man, don't do nothing for these women. Don't be around here, placating to them, this and that. And then you got other ones, man, Steve Harvey types, and other ones that feel as though, man, all your day should not consist on nothing but what you do for your women and children. And sometimes it ain't even children, it's just your women, man, because some of these cats, man, they're so grimy that if they ain't into the woman, they don't give a damn about the kids. And the women don't give a damn about the kids, long as they daddy do for them or take her out or do everything. So, man, we have a dilemma, man. We're gonna have to find that balance. We're gonna have to understand that for real, man. It's if we're gonna do anything, man, if we're gonna do it for the family, then it's gotta be something, man, where we know this is about the kids, man. I used to deal with this cat, man. He was a older cat, man. He was in his 70s, man, but he used to do his thing back in the days. And we used to deal on a business level and stuff, man. And he had this young wife. She was about 45, 50, and he used to, and you'd be like, man, he knew that she wasn't there for him, being that she was sexually attracted to him all the time. At one time she was, but at that time it wasn't. But he knew that he had kids with her, and he knew that those kids had to go to college. They wanted to go to the best schools, so they stayed together, even though they really weren't into each other like that. They were cordial to each other, and they stayed together so that those kids could go to the best schools, the best colleges, and get degrees and start off on life, around millionaires. So it was always a mutual understanding. I think sometimes us as men and women, especially in the black community, we don't understand, man, that sometimes you're gonna have to sacrifice to be together. You don't have to love or like each other all the time to understand, man, that a family is important. These things are the building blocks of a community. So if we don't set forth the building blocks for our family members and stuff like that, they're gonna be behind the eight ball when it starts. Now, I was listening to another cat, man, this Rolo Tomasi type cat, and he was on some more of a, you can't build a community, you can't build family because family is not important if you're trying to be a person of means of success. If you want individual means of success, and I do talk sometimes about individual man being powerful and getting his things, but you can walk and chew gum at the same time, man. You can be powerful and strong and have a family if that's what you really want, if that's what you really think that you need. So don't ever think that I'm against family or I'm against you working with your kids and everything like that. But I do say that the individual man has to be something, especially the black man. You have to have something that that the whole community and the whole world can value. You can't just come to everybody talking about, man, I made my family right and this and not that, but I ain't did anything. That's not gonna work. That's not something that can help our community when all you can understand is what's good for your family and friends. Now, if you sheep, and I talk about the sheep sometime, stick with being a family man or running behind your kids and your wife all day because, that gives you something to do. But for the extraordinary black man like myself and others, the talented black man, the man that has something that he does or that he think will help the community or the world out, you got to hone them tools. You got to make sure that these things are done. If you don't, you're wasting your time and your effort and your talent. Because talent is important these days, man. Especially in the black community, man, because a lot of our talent languishes in jails or like I could talk about with my man Bucky and in the afterlife. Because that guy was talented. That guy was smart. He had visions, and he was a go-getter. And all was wasted on street violence. So it's important, especially with us black men right now, that we hone our talents and we stay away from violence and we get out of the streets because that's talent wasted. That's the stuff that that hold us back from being great. There's people out here, man, that wait for us to screw up so that our talent can be wasted or our talent can be unfulfilled because we too busy worrying about what's going on with street family. You know what I'm saying? It's guys that, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that family, but a lot of guys I know, man, they waste a lot of their time worrying about what their woman and their kids are doing when they need to be worrying about what they need to be doing. If you got a talent, if you got a skill, you need to be honing that into perfection or near perfection. You need to be great at what you do. That's why I draw every day, man. Us artists, we got to understand, man, you need to be honing that talent, man. If you can sing, if you can rap, that's cool. But if you're an artist, that's cool. You should be honing that talent. Don't come to us with no half-ass stuff, no design, man, where you don't have, you don't know how to control color and you don't know how to control your music. You say anything, your bars ain't right. So, I understand for you young cats that like to rap and everything. Don't get me wrong. I consider that art too. I consider music and all that stuff art. So if you're going to do it, do it. But You can't, I would say this, if you're going to do that, don't be out here with a whole lot of kids and girlfriends that you take care of right now. You know, if you that artist, man, you're gonna have to be that artist, man. You're gonna have to be that. You're gonna have to be selfish in that way where you understand that for that to be worth anything, you're gonna have to hone it, and for it to be worth anything, it's gonna have to sell and make money. That's the actualization of a true artist. Like you say, anybody can sit around drawing pictures and rapping and singing and and doing a lot of things, man. But if it's not making money, it's not true. The actualization of being an artist. So you're going to have to hone that. It's going to have to be done. And the only way that's got to be done is if people are able to buy it, or if people want to invest in it. That's the only way that your art or your design can be actualized. So that's the difference between a person that wants to do art and an artist. The person that wants to do art, he'll just draw whatever, or he'll just paint or write or do whatever. But a person that's an artist gets paid off of doing it. That's why I shout out to my man Shine. He's another artist, airbrush artist, designer, everything. I used to tell him all the time, he's one of my favorite artists. And he'll look at me and be like, why, man? You like Rembrandt, you like Ernie Barnes, you like Da Vinci, all of them. Why am I one of them? And it was because you make money off your art every day. Even if he's one of the few cats that I know that he doesn't have time to do what he wants to do because he's so busy making money and designing for other people. That's a true artist to me. A cat that he makes his 100% of his money comes from his art. That's an artist. That's a self-actualized artist. So, like I said, and then I seen other people, man, and all they do is they do art for themselves. They got a drawer full of pictures. You do art, but you're not an artist. An artist is someone who makes money off of doing their art. So, just know the difference between that. Understand, man, that we all out here, we understand that it's tough to be an artist because true art makes money. True art is a profession. So you should be out here perfecting your money. You should be out here perfecting your art so that when you present it, it can be sold. But that's what it is, man. That's what the Go Hard Nation is. It's about us artists, man. It's about us black artists. But like you say, and soon I'm going to drop the black part, and we're just going to be artists. And we're going to show out the designs and stuff we do, man. Anybody who feels as though that it's time to go to that next level, you get away from just sketching and doodling in a pad and start designing. Let's get together. Let's put together a project. Let's put together something, man, that people can understand that this is a unit price. You hear me? I'm back to the unit thing. We make stuff, man, so that you can sell units of designs, units of pieces, so that you can know how people really feel about your work by purchasing it. If they don't purchase it, then, it's a, hey, that look good and keep it moving type thing. But as soon as somebody buys your stuff, it shows that they're invested in what you do. They like the design pieces that you do. So that's what you should be pushing more towards. Don't teach nobody, man, to do all this stuff for free because it's not free. Not for your time and your effort. You spending time, you spending your effort, you buying paints and brushes and canvases, and you buying Photoshop, and you're doing certain, and you got lighting and everything so that you can make these things. So if you're just making these things for fun or for free, you're kind of wasting your time. This stuff is for you to sell. This stuff is for people to invest in. Like you said, I'm not saying to get out here and kill nobody with no, made you a print in it, $5,000, $10,000. You ain't there yet. You ain't Picasso, which was the richest artist ever. You ain't making no Ross, where you can put 2 squares on a piece on a canvas and charge $3 million. You're not there yet. But if you keep striving and you're making good content and your artwork looks presentable and people can, look at it and say, hey, man, that means something to me, then you're on your way to charging $10,000, $20,000 for paintings and stuff like that. So you don't have to wait till you've passed for people to look at you and be like, okay, your artwork worth something now. This is the time where you can make that money, but you're gonna have to be consistent and you're gonna have to make something that people like. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. Everybody wants to be the next Picasso, the next Rembrandt, people like that. I understand next Ernie Barnes, Good Times paintings and everything like that. I understand that, man. We all think we're on that same level right now, but we're not, because we don't have that charisma, or we don't have that we haven't been exposed enough for that to be worth anything. So this is your time. This is the time when the artist should be exposing everything. This is when you're supposed to put your good work out, your bad work out, your the stuff you make that means something to you, man. I'm working on a piece now, man, from that Neely guy who got choked at in New York. That stuff is frustrating to me, man. That's the artwork you should be making. You should have stuff like that, man, that pushes sometimes the injustices that go on in the world, man. The problems, like you say, the Javante Davis fight, man. Stuff like that, man. You should be painting and drawing that, man. How many, you need to get away from all that Hallmark paintings and pictures of hairdresses in Africa and Egypt, places you ain't never been. You out here trying to draw that kind of stuff, man, and you don't know what the hell the real Egyptian looked like. You don't understand that, I heard something, man, that some of this kente cloth, man, that couldn't have been your civilization, because those were the prints for princes and queens, and they were the ones that won't sold into slavery. They were the ones that stayed. So your people that were shipped over here, they weren't the queens and kings of places. They was the servants and the underclass. So for you to be wearing kente cloth sometime would come off as kind of weird, because that wasn't your civilization. Even Africans are looking at you like, man, the people that wear kente cloth, we ain't send them over there to America. So, you holding on to something that might not be your civilization for real. But, we think everything that come from Africa is for us. That's okay. That's cool with me. You see people from over here, man, and you got your Jamaicans / Jafakans, they act like, man, that civilization is, or that culture is of them. We so ready to jump on anybody's culture, man. We don't understand. We got our own culture. We got our own thing, man, that we can cultivate and draw. And part of our civilization is struggle and strife, and you know what I'm saying, and the fight against white supremacy. These are the things, man, that your painting should be about. Your design should be on. We got things around us, man, that we should be painting, man, that has something to do with, what goes on the street. Dice games, strippers, people in college, you know what I'm saying? Learning about your history. That's stuff, man, that you should be drawing and painting. Writing books about, poetry about, So I'm telling you this as a black artist, that should be your muse right now. All these pictures of Africa and all these pictures of you acting like Atlas, holding up babies and women, chiseling chiseling you out of stone and stuff. That ain't shit. Excuse my language. That stuff ain't nothing but a Hallmark card, man. That's something that you put on a T-shirt or a poster to uplift women and children. What uplifts you? What uplifts your culture? I see these pictures, man. They all right, man. I get sick of seeing that shit sometimes, man. We around here, man, playing ourselves on a lot of occasions, man, with our art. But, if you love it, I like it. It used to be the other way. If you like it, I love it. Now, no, if you love it, I like it. But I'm tired of I can't push that to these young black artists right now. I can't tell a young black man to be out here painting pictures of a woman chiseling them out of stone and holding up the world and got kids on his back like he's some damn pack mule or something like that. You know, you draw her in some cloth mess, man, and half the time, if you really bought that for real, she look at you like you crazy because she really want Gucci and Prada and Celine, and you know what I'm saying? So don't play yourself doing that stuff, man. Draw what you gotta, what's part of you, what you see every day. Like I said, this man, Neely, he got killed in a white guy, man, putting him in a MMA chokehold. You know, they think that's the shit now. I get choked. You know, I see it on TV. I can choke a cat out, but you gotta understand, man. I've been a wrestler. I've seen boxers and stuff like that, man. That's those people got to get their hands registered sometimes, man, because you're taught to kill now. You know, if somebody put you in a rear naked chokehold like that, man, they can kill you, man, if they don't let you go in time. You know, so I remember people locked up, man. They got cats, man. They're better suit, man, to see if you could choke somebody out, man, and bring them back. And sometimes, like you say, if you don't do it right, that cat might not come back. So what that cat did, and what's the name? That was egregious. That was wrong, man. And artwork should show certain things that's wrong in our society and stuff like that. Certain things is right in our society, and certain things is wrong, man. What that white guy did to that man was wrong. Because he was trying to show off for real to me. He won't protecting anyone. You just come up from the back and choke somebody. That shit is wrong, man. I wish I was there, man. I would have stomped his ass. But you know, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to talk like that because that's you know, that could be a copyright infringement on my on the Go Hard Nation, and I don't want that. I want us to grow and be better. But you understand what I'm saying? Make your artwork worth something, man, for you to see. You know, don't let nobody take advantage of you like that. Don't let nobody tell you that you know, for somebody to attack you from the back like that, that's right, man. And then what make it so bad, they done raised $1 million for this cat already for his legal fees. So what does that tell you, man? They galvanizing together, man, to push this thing under the rug, man, or get this man a slap on the wrist. Trust me, if I was to come up behind somebody and put him in a rear naked chokehold and they go out and they don't come back, you think I'm just going they gonna raise $1 million for me not to go to jail? No, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna do that time. So just be careful out here, man. Don't let nobody. This is a tactic to show you that they're in charge of you. You know, to show you that not only are we gonna let the police choke you out, but we're gonna let a citizen choke you out too. So it is what it is. You know, I still want you to understand, man, that we out here, and that we need to make sure that our artwork shows the injustices of the world, shows what we aspire to be. If you painting someone and you aspire to be something, draw that, paint that too. But get away from all this Hallmark card mess that everybody wants us to paint. And if you're not drawing a black woman floating down the Nile, you don't respect her. That's not true. It's just that you never seen that before. But if you've seen it before, paint it. But if you haven't never seen a woman floating down the Nile, a black woman, Nubian, whatever, floating down the Nile, why are you painting it? What are you trying to expound? You know, every black man, you can't draw in front of a pyramid. I've heard about them. I've seen them in pictures, but I've never been to the pyramids. What does that got to do with what I'm painting? I mean, what I go through every day. I need you guys painting what you see every day. Even Basquiat, you know, he's another artist, man. He gets millions of dollars for his paintings and stuff like that. He didn't draw pictures of pyramids and women with hairdressers on and stuff like that. That man drew what he was into, and he was a dope fiend. I hate to say it. He was into drugs and bisexuality and all kind of stuff. So you know, but he painted and did what he wanted to paint and do. So you can't hold that against him. You can't say, well, man, his stuff ain't worth nothing, man, because it's he's not uplifting the black race. No, he's just painting what he sees. And that's what you need to be doing, black artists. Paint what you see, paint what you feel in your heart. That's gonna help you better than anything. So I know I got off on something a little more deeper, but the I hope you see the art on the side, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a strand of weed, man. You know, that personified. You know, that's fun. That's happy. You know, I hope you see that and enjoy it. But you know, sometimes I can get a little deep. But then again, man, I just want you to see the artwork. I just want you to enjoy it. You know, if it moves you to the point where you want to purchase something like that, man, that's on you. But I'm glad we could talk on this Sunday. I'm gonna go back and chill on out, man. See if I can catch me some of these basketball games, man. Shout out to the Lakers that closed it out a few days ago. You know, that was real, man. Glad for LeBron, even though I'm sad for him, man. Stephen Curry and stuff like that. But you know, it is what it is. The game is the game, man. You got to play that shit to win it. All right. So everybody out here, man, go back and enjoy your day. I'm gonna see if I can catch me some sports today, and have a good day. And we're gonna start back Monday. All right. Peace.